Dish with D. That's me. Thank you for clicking on this video and making yourself a priority. I am Denise. It is Monday, and Monday is, cue the horns, my weekly weigh-in at WW, my in-person workshop, and the Weight Watchers weekly meeting topic. Now we know they're not putting it on the app anymore. So I've been going to Zooms and taking notes. You're welcome. It's a bit of a struggle, I will tell you, because some meetings are better than others and some leaders are better than others. So I've been to 3 Zooms today. So I got a little bit of everything from all the meetings. So first, because last week I forgot to talk about my weigh-in. I know, I totally forgot. Because I was so into this, like getting you the topic, that I totally forgot about weigh-in. So we'll do it first, as we always do. Now I went into I think if you see my ramblings on my Facebook group, I didn't know how I felt about it. I didn't feel like I gained. I didn't feel bloated. I felt okay. And I just, it wasn't all that positive going in there. So I stepped on the scale and I was down 0.6. I said, oh, really? I wasn't expecting that. So I was excited. So down 0.6. Now, how am I for my challenge? I had to look it up because I forgot. It's the end of the month. Tomorrow's October 1st. I know. Didn't I just say it was happy September 1st? I did. And my goal, I've been making monthly goals, small goals. My goal for August was 1.5 pounds, and I exceeded that goal. My goal for September was 2 pounds, and I did not meet that goal. I was 1.6 for the month. Honestly, I'm ecstatic to be down 1.6. I think that's a win. There's no reason not to set, it wasn't a lofty goal, but it was I did increase it to 2 pounds. And I'm going to set that goal for October as well. We're going to put 2 pounds for October. So that is my goal for October. Do you set little mini goals like that? Funny that the topic this week is goal setting. How appropriate. So let's get into the topic. I will tell you that they did give us a link. Remember about getting to that library? So they actually gave the link at the meeting, so I copied it because I couldn't get it. But I will have that link down below, the link to their catalog of things. So definitely, if you're a Weight Watchers member, you can get into that. I don't think if you're not a member, you can, but let me know. I'm not really sure about that. But I will have that link to have that whole catalog of things that we talked about last week, or was it 2 weeks ago? Maybe it was 2 weeks ago. I don't remember. We talked about having that catalog and I couldn't find the link. Well, I got the link. So it'll be linked down in the description box below. So it's about goal setting. Here's some, and I put the link as well that they gave for goal setting, which is in their blog, Health and Wellness and Mindset. It's called Goal Setting. Here's something very successful people know. Reaching your goals doesn't just happen by accident. To get where you want to go, you need to identify your motivation, break it down to smaller steps, and celebrate every win. These articles will show you what that really looks like. So I will link that too for you in case you can check that out. And it just says smaller goals. And so I'm celebrating 1.6. I'm not gonna sit there and go, oh, I only had 2 pounds to lose and I couldn't do that. No, I'm not gonna have that mindset. My mindset is I lost 1.6. I'm ecstatic. So every little thing counts. Every little thing is going to go towards your goal. So don't ever poo-poo things that they're not where you want them to be. They're not high enough. That's not, oh, I didn't meet that. That just sets you up for failure, and that's not a mindset you want to have. So one of the workshops, it was called Finding Our Fit. Finding our fit. Now, you think fit as in fitness, but no, it's finding where you fit. How do we fit with Weight Watchers? How do we fit Weight Watchers into our life and our life into Weight Watchers? So that's a really good statement. How do you fit? And everybody's fit is different. That's what I always say. Some things are not specific, specific. They're just broad and you have to make it your own. How do you fit Weight Watchers into your life and our life into Weight Watchers? I try to say, there's Bailey, not really make it your whole life, because there's things going on that it's just a small part of your life. And I know some of us are just obsessed because we want to reach our goal and we feel like we have to really go hog in on it. Making it a good part of your life, but not everything, because there's so much more life than what you eat. There is. And how I fit is I just try to incorporate the things that I learn into what I eat, what I do, and how I respond. So like even like today's response, like Oldeness had been like, oh my gosh, you couldn't even do 2 stinking pounds. It's not like you put 10, it was 2. My response is, oh my gosh, I lost 1.6. I'm ecstatic. I am moving forward, and I am thrilled to death. I was thrilled to death that day. I'm like going, are you serious? Because I knew what I was. I knew where I was with my goal, so I knew. So I was ecstatic, and I wanted to jump out of my skin. But so they were talking about goals, and then one of the goals they were talking about was, I'm going to post the question to you. Where you're at now is great, but where do you want to see yourself January 2025? And when you see yourself, how can you get from here to there? We have Thanksgiving. Well, we'll put Halloween in there. We have Thanksgiving. We have Christmas, Hanukkah, New Year's. We have a lot of food holidays. Do you want to start now to pre-plan those activities, or pre-plan how you're going to attack that, to really think it out, to maybe cut back a little bit sooner, and then this way you have this little bit extra weight you can kind of play with. And there's lots of different ways to approach that, because for some of us, we don't look forward to it because we're afraid, because we know, at least I'll talk about me, I know that there's cookies involved in Christmas. There's parties where I can't control what's there. Yeah, you could bring something, of course, but there's still going to be food there, and sometimes you don't really want what you brought, you want what's there. And how do we maneuver that? And we'll talk more about, I always do little vlogs on how to handle holidays and parties and things like that, because it's not easy. It's mindset. It's going in there thinking, why do I even try? I'm just going to eat my face up, because what's the difference? And there's different strategies to approach that, and there's different mindsets to have it, and a lot of it is mindset. If you go in there thinking you're a failure, you're going to just do it because I'm a failure, I don't need to try. And I think we do that so we don't feel guilty about it, instead of saying, you know what, maybe I'll have a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and that'd be it, and walk away. Bring your water, my emotional support water bottle. Sometimes having something in my hand helps. It does. And having a drink there that you could readily drink is fine. And there's nothing wrong with an adult beverage because it's a holiday. So I'm trying to read my notes. Where you are now, what do you want to do in the next 3 months? What needs to happen? So what needs to happen? Do I need to, work out a little bit more? I shouldn't say a little bit more. Fit in some fitness that I might not be fitting in some more walking, fitting in some more maybe exercise videos, fitting in maybe going to the gym that I pay for a little bit more often. Or going at all, because how many of us have a gym membership and we don't go? There's a lot of them out there. There's a quote, staying engaged even in a modified way can help you stay on track. I thought that was interesting. Staying engaged even in a modified way can help you stay on track. That's me. I've not been the best in the last few years, but I'm still not where I was, nowhere near where I was. So if I wasn't even modified, where would I be right now? Let's not even talk about that. Yeah, we could be really bad. So even giving yourself that modification, you're still. And people were talking about tracking and what tracking means to them. And somebody said tracking keeps me informed of food choices. I feel a little bit more control when I track, even though I track the things that I went over, like whatever my points or what my weeklies, I still track that because I'm still informed and I'm still feeling in control and I'm still seeing the good food choices. So I feel like you may even see some sloppy tracking, but you're still tracking. So that's still a win. And they're talking about steps. And she said, science says that the average person gets in 3,000 steps. So if you're getting at least 3,000, that's pretty normal. So she said, anything over the 3,000 is intentional walking, intentional steps. So be intentional. And that's my favorite word. I love the word intentional. Be intentional. They only recommend 30 minutes of intentional activity per day. And that doesn't have to be all at once. That could be 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there. So it doesn't have to be 30 minutes right here and now. It could be broken up. 30 minutes for the whole day of intentional activity other than the 3,000 steps that you normally get. So that is something to look at. Definitely. Like maybe you need to start putting your activity portion of your tracker on and seeing that's how you'll see the results, because you'll be able to track it and be intentional. When you put your tracker on, you're intentional about it. How do you want to feel come January 1st? Do you want to feel like, oh my God? How many of us come January 1st, you always say, what was I thinking? Why didn't I just, and that's the thing, we don't want to live in regret. We don't. I'm saying definitely keep things in moderation. Keep things, what is the word? Modified. Keep it modified. Don't go totally that way. Modify it. Definitely enjoy the holidays. Definitely enjoy your parties. Definitely. How do you plan on getting there in January? Like, do you have any kind of strategies? Like, that's what the mini goals help. I set 2-pound goals for weight loss, 2 pounds. I'm going to be setting that 30 minutes of intentional activity too. I thought that was a great tip. 30 minutes beyond the 3,000 steps. So the 3,000 is just normal day in and day out activity for everybody, unless you're very sedentary, which I don't consider myself sedentary, but I don't consider myself extremely active unless I intentionally do my glam squad. So what do I have today for steps? And I did a 1 mile walk, and I took Bailey out, which he has to go out again. But right now I have 4,044 steps. So I am over my 3,000, and he's going to have 2 more walks today, and it's only, what time is it? 12:30. So I'm going to definitely get hit around between 7,500 and 8,000. And that's my goal for steps. I know when I'm around 75 to 8,000, that's intentional for me, and that's good for me. 10,000 was just a number that these guys came up with. There's no anywhere that says that that's mandatory. And we said this one time at Glam Squad. Sometimes, like she says it all the time, it's not the steps, it's the speed. It's getting the heart rate up. So you could have 20,000 steps a day and say nothing's happening, but are they like 20,000 steps? Are they 20,000 in like intentional hard steps where that heart rate's going up? So we said it's not about the steps, it's about the speed, which I don't want you all going speed unless you check with your doctor first. Don't be doing that, because it might not be the best for everyone. But that's basically, this is another quote that was there. Bravery is not, oh God, I can't even understand my writing. Oh, I got it. Bravery is not the absence of fear. It's going through it anyway. If you're brave, you're not fearless. You know it's there, but you go through it anyway. So that is a huge, I love that quote. Bravery is not the absence of fear. It is knowing it and going through it anyway. This journey is not for the fearless. It's hard, and definitely trying to set mini goals for yourself. Like, think about the holidays. It's not too soon. It's October 1st tomorrow. 3 months till January. Where do you want to be in January? Some people be like, hey, I just want to get through it without gaining. That's a great goal. That's a good goal. Lean, what is it? Maintain, not gain. That's a great goal. But some people, want to do above that, or they want to sit there and say, I want to enjoy my parties, but I want to be intentional and be in control. And there's you don't have to give up all the food. You don't have to sit there and have nothing. There's all or nothing. Either I'm going to have all of it, or I'm going to have none of it. You want balance. You want the middle of it. How can I be intentional at these parties and still enjoy myself? And there's ways, and there's, you have to be intentional. You have to give it thought. You have to give it purpose. You have to be in control. And stop using the excuse that, well, it was there, so she put it on my plate, and she said I had to eat it. Like, sometimes we look for excuses to eat. Well, because you're really down, you just wanted it. You wanted it. I'm here to say, have it, but don't have all of it. Have a piece of anything that you want. Just don't have all of it. I mean, can we just have some? That's what I'm going to leave you with. can we live with some? Set that goal. Set that goal. Set that goal for the holidays. I'm telling you, because I hear it all come January 1st. I hear it all. Oh my gosh, the holidays. We're in that cycle every year of we do so well. Then come this time of year, we goes hell in a handbasket. And then we're like starting January in the same spot we started last January in. Let's break the cycle. Let's break the cycle and get through it on top. Set small, sustainable goals. Baby steps to where we need to go. Don't be trying to run before you can walk, before you can crawl. So we don't put babies on a bike, do we? No, we let them crawl first. So same thing with us. We just can't go from 0 to 60. Same thing with water. Like I tell you this all the time. Don't be thinking you're going to drink 60 ounces overnight, because it's not going to happen. You're going to get frustrated. You're not going to drink anything. You just drink a little bit more every day. And don't worry about what it is. Just, you know that it's more because you know how much you're filling it. You know that. We're adults. We know. Whether we want to admit it or not, we know. So be honest with yourself. How many times do we lie to ourselves? Oh, I know. There was a whole video I did, the lies we tell ourselves. The biggest person we lie to is us. I know. Been there, done it. Do it occasionally. I'm better at it, but sometimes I still do it because it's what gets me through. So keeps you from crying some days, doesn't it? So let me know in the comment section below how your week went. What is your goal for the next 3 months? Leave that in the comment section below as well. So if you are new here, welcome. A big influx of people coming from that Weight Watchers video. You're welcome to come here. I love talking frank, and I love doing videos like that. And it's not a gossipy video. It's more of an informative video for you. Because if you don't know, like, here it is. This is what's going on in the company you're paying for. So I love bringing that stuff to you. So if you ever hear anything of new plans coming, just email me and we'll talk about it. I love to hear. I don't know anything. I have not heard anything yet. I think October is usually when the buzzwords come around. So we'll see if we hear anything on the ground. If you hear anything, let me know. If you enjoy this video, give it a big old thumbs up. If you've not yet hit that subscribe button, join us here at Dish with Dee. We do frank weight loss, Weight Watchers content, recipes, friendship vlogs, days in the life, food finds. They're all listed. Go check out some of the videos. I always, at the end of every video, always have 2 videos that need a little bit of love. So that might correlate with what we're talking about. So you always see 2 videos pop up. If you have nothing better to do, if you're not busy, to have a watch of those videos, I appreciate that. And comment, thumbs up, and interact with me. I love it. If anybody that this content could benefit, somebody that's struggling, share Dish with you with them. Share it with the world. We want to help as many people as we can. Because take the stigma away from this, because there shouldn't be any. So that is it for me. I will dish with you another day. Have a great rest of your day, my lovelies. And October, here we come. What is your goal for October? Leave it down below. I will talk to you later. Everything will be linked in the description box. Those 2 links that I talked about. Bye-bye, my lovelies.